Good morning.
Good morning.
And good morning and
morning.
welcome back to the 24-25 school year. It is with deep appreciation and regard that I thank you for being in the space as we kick off this new school year.
It is an honor to address you today, especially since you're busily preparing your classrooms to welcome our students and families as we all prepare to embark on another academic school year. I always love this time of year, and I see it with gratitude as a start over with a whole new group dynamic, a little older, a little wiser, a fresh start, full of promise and potential.
Now in 2021, I called upon us to just be. In 2022, I encouraged us to show up, and you did. And in 23-24, I called upon us to lean into love. And I reminded us that this is a free resource. This is our most valuable resource.
And I would say it's our most renewable resource because the more that you give, the more that you get.
And because of showing up and being and loving our students, we continue to push forward and towards a strong universal transitional kindergarten program. We made gains in multilingual reclassification. We expanded our middle school athletics, and we built partnerships like the one that we have with California State University of San Marcos, where our graduates receive automatic acceptance upon graduation. And while our standardized test scores remain steady, we remain a top urban district, according to a recent report from Linda Darling Hammond, the president of the Learning Policy Institute and the president of our State Board of Education. We have set the foundation over the past few years. Now we must build upon this foundation. This year, I ask us to focus on spirit. Spirit can mean so many things.
And normally when we think about spirit, especially with schools, we think about the connection and the pride that we have with schools, right? Our school spirit. But we want us to go slightly deeper with this notion.
Now, as I said, spirit means so many different things. It means dedication, a special attitude or frame of mind. It's our demeanor. It's our courage. It's lively or a brisk quality in a person or a person's action. It's resolve and inspiration. It's a force with a human being that's thought to give the body life and energy and power. So let's be the energy and the power so our students can realize their academic, social, and emotional energy and power. This is possible as we are seeing the spirit of the Olympics this summer. And just like the Olympic athletes who come from around the world to compete at the highest levels, so do our students. They come from all around the world to learn at the highest levels. Our students must have dedication, have courage, have resolve and inspiration, and have a commitment to better themselves and all others around them. So why not embark on an academic year with the same spirit? Now, this spirit is going to require celebration, and who doesn't like a good celebration?
It's the best part. It's the best part.
So, as we saw in the Olympics, leading up to the Olympics, athletes like our students and you all, like the Olympic coaches, spend time preparing for competition. They design plans to achieve their outcomes, set goals. They visualize what's possible. They celebrate the past accomplishments. They celebrate current accomplishments. And they honor the journey that has brought each and every one of them to a particular moment. And that's what we need to do. Well, today, we celebrate each and every one of you for your preparation, your goal setting, your outlook and accomplishments. And we celebrate each of you for the journey that we have started to get to this moment. Now, I celebrate you for helping slow down the enrollment decline, increasing our district choice, reducing chronic absenteeism, and growing student leadership. I also celebrate you for developing data dashboards, for becoming the first Hispanic serving institution.
The first of its kind as a UTK through 12th grade system.
Yes. And we celebrate you for increasing kindergarten readiness and increasing college and career readiness. And we also increased our graduation rates. All of these and so many more accomplishments and the growth that we are making are because of all of you. So take time to celebrate yourselves and others, celebrate our students and their families. Celebrate the small victories and also celebrate the setbacks. Celebrate the perseverance and the journey. Celebrate the process. Many Olympic athletes will not step onto the podium, but each of them will celebrate their own accomplishments because their experience took the same commitment as the medal winners. Each of our students should be celebrated daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly for their accomplishments, the big accomplishments and those that are small. I would ask that you push them to excel, to demand that they are great, and to celebrate them.
One of my favorite things actually as teachers, I think you have this beautiful power to see a future potential and then be able to actualize it. So thank you. So in order to do some of those things that Dr. Jackson just stated, it's important for us to be able to monitor and understand the progress our students are making. For that reason, our new data department is working tirelessly to be able to provide real-time, actionable data that will help inform all of our instructional decisions, whether they be interventions or accelerations. Data is important in order to progress.
Exactly. Now, the Olympics are more than a competition. As I'm comparing the spirit of the Olympics to the spirit that we must have in education, we must also realize that education is about the whole child. Like the Olympics, they also symbolize what can be achieved with a clear vision, establishing goals, and hard work, and the realization that nothing can be accomplished individually. It takes a unified group, much like education. So we must have a unified vision. We must have a unified goals. And how we measure our growth and achievement must be unified. So this is going to require all of us working together for each and every student who walks through our doors with the potential of achieving greatness, because each of them carry the hopes and the dreams of their families. I want that to sit, that we are working with young people who carry the hopes and the dreams of their families. So work together as a site team, as a cluster team, to set the tone for the entire school community. Set ambitious goals and strive for excellence, and never settle for anything less than the best for our students. Because we can be the difference in making sure our students can be the one who helps their families out of generational poverty. The first one to get a high school diploma. The first of generations to come to attend college. Or we could be working with the students who are the ones to carry on the traditions within their families. So let us embrace the collective spirit to help them and us achieve our goals. Now, our goals are going to continue to be grounded in equity, belonging, and thriving. Now, I am so very proud, and we are proud, to share that we have alignment and cohesion across our organization. And this is important, particularly when we're talking about our student goals. Our site plans for student achievement, or as we say, our SPSAs, drove this year's local control accountability plan.
See, I want that to land.
Okay, let's land
Your
it.
school's plan drove the LCAP. The schools drove this.
Thank you for lifting that up, Fabi. You know, this is about fully living into the concentric circle model, where schools have voice. They have the guiding light for us in what they are working on.
You're working on it.
Our SPSAs, our local control accountability plans, our district goals on wellness, literacy, mathematics, and graduation are all aligned and driven by you, focused on our students. Your site leaders should be discussing this with you as they are site specific.
What a beautifully profound privilege we have is our contribution of shaping in the culture and climate of our schools, another very important component of a school system. I encourage all of us to lean into love and care and foster an environment where teachers feel supported and valued, where students feel supported and valued, remembering that every interaction is an opportunity to make a positive impact. We know so many of you are cultivating classrooms and schools where curiosity is nurtured, creativity is encouraged, and every individual feels a sense of belonging. We want to expand our efforts of recognizing our educator colleagues beyond a once-a-year celebration. We will begin a monthly celebration of educators across our districts and across our district and across roles through a nomination process that will be sent out to you and the larger community. This is how we will live our values every day, or love. It's a little corny, but I like it. It's an acronym, love. So our schools will receive links and a poster to hang in their office. We will also be sending out whole district communications so that families, students, colleagues can express their love for our educators. This nomination process will be celebrated monthly with a surprise visit from us, which will be fun.
That'd be great.
Joy isn't just about grand gestures. I often say that sometimes we think joy is like the 4th of July fireworks, when really it's the firefly that crosses our path and we take the time to look at it with wonder and awe. It's all these moments that make up the whole, and we need to value all of our contributions, and it's a great way to spend it with the folks that matter most, all of you. You'll receive more information shortly.
I want to take a moment here to talk about Spotlight students. Now, our role as educators and leaders is to be mentors and coaches who guide, support, and inspire, as I mentioned before, to be there for our students to reach their full potential. Now, just like Olympic athletes rely on their coaches, our students rely on each of you. They rely on each of us. And when our athletes are not performing to their expectations or to their full potential, their coaches are most critical, and they show up. They be for the athletes. They love, and they have the spirit needed for the athletes, and that makes the biggest impact. Now, when our students are down, they need for us to be the encouragement, the support, the love, the care that they need. They need us to show up. They need us. They need to know that someone cares, and to see them as more than they can imagine in the moment. So we must have the spirit that they need to get back to their greatness. Each of you I honor, I respect, and I revere because you are being the best you for our students. Now, for me, as many of you know, it was Ira Henderson who believed in me, who loved me, and insisted that I do my best work. She also insisted that I redo the work if it didn't meet high expectations. It was also Don Thorpe who taught me how to write and encouraged me to study. It was also Ellen Coles who saw the scientist in me and allowed me to have additional time to complete my assignments when I needed it. And it was Senora Douglas who saw the possibilities in me learning Spanish. This is where the spirit of Spotlight students comes from. We must have the dedication, inspiration, and the spirit to learn more, to do more, and to be more for our students who have historically been marginalized and have not yet achieved to the highest levels. So let's channel our spirit, the Olympic spirit, and let's make it our San Diego Unified spirit. Let's foster environments where every student feels encouraged and supported to thrive in educational excellence, and where every educator feels supported in their personal and collective mission to inspire and educate and to learn, and where we all work towards excellence in a unified way. Like the Olympic torch, let's carry the theme of knowledge, of hope, dedication, equity, and belonging. Let our educational torch shine bright this day, every day, this year and every year. It is in that light that I say Ubuntu.
When a student enters our classroom or when we welcome a family to our schools, they bring with them not just a backpack with school supplies, but a heart brimming with dreams. It's within our walls, your walls actually, in the classroom under the guidance of a dedicated teacher, that these dreams begin to take shape and identities start to form. Teachers are the architects of possibility, all the possibilities you described with educators that were helping orchestrate your possibilities.
Yes.
They don't just impart knowledge, they inspire curiosity, nurture passions, and instill a sense of self-worth. They see the potential in students and work tirelessly to help them see it in themselves. This is no small feat. It requires patience, creativity, lots of patience, patience, creativity, and unwavering belief in the power of education. And it also requires all of us to be in this together. I know for me, it's really special to have educator colleagues that I didn't feel like I would have a weakness because they had a strength and they often shared it with me. So thank you to all my fellow colleague friends. So each word, each lesson, each act of encouragement that you give to each other and to students contributes to shaping the future for our students. We are entrusted not only with academic growth, but also with the emotional and social development of young minds. It's a possibility that is both immense and beautiful. To all the teachers today, I want to express my deepest gratitude. Your work is not just important, it is transformative. You are the dream weavers and the builders of identity. You are the ones who help our students see that they are capable of greatness, and for that, we are eternally grateful. I still look at things how Mr. Rowie taught me in art class. He said there's 360 degrees that you can see everything. I still select my books like Miss Vorse showed me in 4th grade. I still critique plays like Miss Zambruski taught me. We are all a little part of all of our teachers, and we're all a little part of all of our students. I know I hold their stories inside of me too. There are parts of all of us in them, and there are parts of all of them in us. So let our parts be a home, a lesson, or a story that matters. Thank you for embracing this beautiful responsibility with such grace and passion. We hope we represent you well.
Yes.
Here's to another year of inspiring dreams and shaping identities. But as an aside, I have to do this. I have to do this commercial.
This is
All right.
critical.
As an aside, but also something that is very real, I wanted to discuss a resource that is readily available to all of us, administrators, teachers, students, parents, and that is our San Diego Unified for Democracy effort and resource guides. We know that this year is the largest global election year we have ever seen in our lifetimes, and that our own American experience is complex. Our students will have questions, comments, will be coming to our classrooms with curiosity, and we wanted to make sure you would have every resource at your fingertips to be able to answer these questions. There are also many opportunities to continue learning. For example, you can sign up your school or your classroom to learn more about ballot measures with the League of Women Voters, or you can take a field trip to the San Diego County registrars to see how ballots are counted. Those are just 2 examples of many others. There was lots of partnerships across our city that wanted to provide us many resources for San Diego Unified for Democracy. All of this is an offering. We didn't want you to be without possible resources as the needs emerged. We will also be sending out that link at large. Everything is educational and nonpartisan, and all we seek is to cultivate a civically engaged electorate. In thinking about today and about us, and this beautiful opportunity we have to address all of you through technology, because we've always wanted to talk to all of you, I wrote a poem to express our aspiration towards being a healthy, thriving community. Thank you for allowing me the space to share. But I do want to say, because we've been honoring teachers, many of my teachers throughout my educational childhood read some teenage angsty poems and continued to encourage me to write. So thank you to all the teachers who continue to encourage me to write. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. This is one for you, and it's titled We Us.
Thank you.
We Us. In my search to be a better ally, accomplice, friend, partner, kin, my immediate, most instinctual gut response to the question, what are your pronouns, is we us. And I mean no disrespect, no direct defiance to they them. We us because collective responsibility, wisdom, leadership, action, aspiration, and hope will likely be the best answer to all of this. To most problems, the answer is usually community. We, us, nosotros? And what might that look like, we, us, as a school system? How do we, us? Intentional design of time and space, an understanding that every exchange is a plea for belonging. And as we see each other, hear each other, think of each other, love each other, until there is no other. Just we, us.
Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Here's to a great year. We love you. We support you. We are here with you in this work as we support our students, our families, our educators. Here's to a great year.